All but two, which were held at the other one. So. Well, hello and good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Sweet Johnson Stadium in Eugene on the campus of North Eugene High School as we get ready to bring you the Papa's Pizza Tournament in championship matchup between your Roseburg Dr. Stewart's, the number 1 team out of Pool B, against the number 2 team out of Pool B, the Post 6 Barbers out of the Portland metropolitan area. The Doc Stewarts winning earlier today in one semifinal matchup, 10-1 against the Rose City Baseball Club, while the Post 6 Barbers defeat the Emerald Challengers in the game that just happened a little bit ago here at Sweet Johnson by a final score of 3-1. The Barbers advancing on for a rematch against the Dr. Stewarts here in the championship game. Just a couple of days ago, in fact, let's see, the days all mixed together. It was back on Friday when the Roseburg Dr. Stewarts had an 11-6 win over the Post 6 Barbers to get their third win actually make that their fourth win of the tournament for the Doc Stewarts. And they are now looking to try and win their first tournament championship of the summer after reaching the title game in 2 tournaments previously. Well, welcome back in, everybody. We had one game earlier today, get a short break, and then we are back on the airwaves with you here today as we get ready to see if the Doc Stewarts can finish things off here in Eugene before getting a couple of days off for the 4th of July holiday. Docs will be off Monday and Tuesday before they return to action with their first Area 4 league games coming up on Wednesday at Medford. They'd like to try and carry some more positive momentum into those league games with a win here today. Earlier this week, like I said, back on Friday, the Doc Stewarts did get a win over the Post 6 Barbers, and we'll talk more about that as we work our way towards first pitch here today. This is your Roseburg Disposal pregame show. You can let them make the run of the dump for you. That's Roseburg Disposal, 673-7122. We're going to go ahead and take a break, and we'll come back. We'll just kind of take a look at how the tournament played out. Don't have a pregame interview for us here in Game 2, but we'll get ready for it by just kind of taking a look at how the tournament played out and where things finished up and how we got to where we're at for this championship matchup. So stick around for that. We'll have more coming up for you. I want to remind you quickly that today's game is streaming live online at 541radio.com and on our YouTube channel. You can go to 1490 The Score on YouTube to follow today's game and subscribe to our channel to follow Doc Stewart's baseball throughout the summer. The video streaming of Doc's baseball this summer is presented by the Cow Creek Tribe. We'll come back with a little bit of background, history between these two teams and here in the Papa's Pizza Tournament. We'll have that for you after a quick 2-minute break on 541radio.com and on The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM. Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
Hundreds of years before county boundaries were drawn, the Cow Creek Umpqua tribe lived on southern Oregon lands. The Cow Creek were known then for their sense of community. They still are. Today, the success of their world-class casino resort and other Cow Creek businesses benefit our communities. The Cow Creek Foundation has given over $20 million to Southern Oregon charities. The Cow Creek Umpqua tribe, a Southern Oregon tribe and a giving people.
Working from a hot tin shed, Paul W. Klipsch, genius and maverick, designed and hand-built his first commercial loudspeaker with the intention of bringing live music right into your living room. Today, we still make them like we used to, by hand, with passion, with pride. Klipsch Heritage Loudspeakers. Give Klipsch Heritage speakers a listen at Good Vibrations, top of the hill, Northeast Stevens in Roseburg.
Back here in your Roseburg Disposal pregame show. One last quick segment here before the teams take the field. Doc Stewart's are 15-7 on the season. The Post 6 Barbers 18-6. The Doc Stewarts go 5-1 so far through the tournament, while the Barbers are also 5-1. Docs won 10-1 over the Rose City Baseball Club, while the Barbers were 3-1 winners over the Emerald Challengers. We are going to, we're going to skip our final break here in the pregame show as the Doc Stewarts take the field. So in an attempt not to miss anything, we'll just go ahead and push those 2 minutes into the game, and we'll make them up there. Brenton back in the studio running things for us on the radio side. All right, so as we get ready to go, let's take a look at our Cooper's Pest Control starting lineups. We'll start with the visiting team, the Post 6 Barbers. It'll be Andy Miller leading things off, the shortstop, followed by the catcher, Sean Murphy. Stanley Shoppy is the second baseman, batting third, followed by Hayden Smith, the first baseman. In right field, batting fifth, is Tyler Christensen. The sixth hitter is Cooper Smith, the DH, who will hit for starting pitcher Riley Harbaugh. The left fielder, Joe Brockmiller, is batting seventh, followed by third baseman Jonah Hergert. And then the center fielder is Jackson Bowie, who will round out the starting nine for head coach Joe Duran. They will face off against the righty Jordan White, who comes in making his first start this season. Jordan, a 1-1 record in 7 2/3 innings worked. He's got a 10.04 ERA. He has 5 strikeouts to 5 walks so far this season on the mound for the Doc Stewarts. That's your Cooper's Pest Control starting lineup for the Post 6 Barbers. It's brought to you by Cooper's Pest Control. When you're looking for the best defense, call Cooper's Pest Control to protect your home from those summer bugs. Cooper's Pest Control, your locally owned bug assassins. Call them at 673-0363. First pitch of the ball game is in, a ground ball. The Cade Johnson is short over to Evan Corbin, and we are underway as the first out is recorded on the first pitch by Jordan White.
Now batting number 22.
One down, it'll be Sean Murphy that'll step in to bat. Murphy bats from the left side of the plate. He'll swing at the first pitch. He hits a sharp ground ball back up the middle. And there's your first hit for the Barbers in the ball game. One runner on with one away. Docs are the designated home team in the matchup as the higher seed coming into the contest. Get a courtesy runner for the catcher, Murphy. Running out at first base is going to be Gunnar Gustafson, the sophomore this last spring there at Mountainside High School. He'll take over at first base for Murphy. White misses low and inside for ball one to Stanley Shoppy, the second baseman. Shoppy bats with one on and one out. He hits one to left field. That's going to drop in for a base hit out in front of the left fielder, Justin Jenks, who knocks it down but falls as he was trying to pick it up. And that'll be a double for Stanley Shoppy to put runners at second and third here in the top of the first inning for the Barbers. Jenks out there charging in to get to that ball, knocked it down but got crossed up, ended up tumbling to the ground as he was trying to get to the baseball. Shoppy in at second. Murphy, the courtesy runner, Gustafson running for Murphy, goes first to third. Hayden Smith will bat an early RBI opportunity for the Post 6 Barbers, who scored 3 runs to 1 run against the Emerald Challengers. Ground ball up the middle. It's picked up by Cade Johnson. Throws to first. They get the out there, but it's an RBI ground out for Hayden Smith. An adventure up the middle for Cade Johnson. That ball came right up into him and right around the waist level. He had it caught in his hands, but had to find a way to get it into the throwing hand to fire over to first base. He gets the out there. A run does score for the Barbers. There's 2 down. It's a 1-0 lead, and Tyler Christensen will bat. He hits a ground ball left field, and there's another run coming in as the Barbers, their bats are red hot here to start things off against Jordan White. 2-0 lead for the Barbers with 2 down. Every batter has put the ball into play. We've got 2 ground outs to shortstop. Everything's been on the ground as well, except for the fly ball that landed in foul or just down the line in left field for Stanley Shoppy for a double. First pitch fouled away here in this frantic first inning. Cooper Smith at the plate, the DH. Bats for the starting pitcher, Riley Harbaugh. The 0-1 pitch. That ball well struck, out to left field, up against the wall. Jenks watches it go over. A 2-run home run for Cooper Smith. And this has been about as tough of a start as you could ask for Jordan White. So things started out all right with the first pitch resulting in an out for Jordan White, but then single, double, a ground out for an RBI, a single, and now a 2-run homer. And it is 4-0. The Post 6 Barbers in front of the Docs here in the first inning. White will miss low and inside for ball 1. Welcome in, everybody. What a frantic start to the ball game. Behind the plate for the Docs today is Knox Hubbard. As temperatures are rising here in Eugene. I'm sure the Docs sweating a little bit now, knowing they got to try and come back from a 4-0 deficit. Joe Brockmiller at the plate, the left fielder. Bats with 2 out, nobody on. And that one gets him. Try to work the inside corner. Every pitch had been inside from White, and he will hit the batter there. So far, 4 hits here in the first inning and a hit batter. Jordan White, in his first start of the season, things have not gone his direction. Jonah Hergert, the third baseman, 8 batter in the lineup for the Barbers, will stand in, takes a pitch high for ball 1. Hubbard behind the plate. It's Evan Corbin at first, Sebastian Watson at second. At third base, Daniel Withers. Cade Johnson at short, Justin Jenks in left, Carson Dunn in center, and Dominic Titone in right field, your defensive starters for the Docs. Strike as a throw down to second base. Not going to get it there in time. Throw went to the shortstop side of second base from Knox Hubbard. A great job on the pick by Sebastian Watson to get it on the short hop, but is tagged just behind Brockmiller, who gets into second base. A 1-1 count at the plate for Jonah Hergert with a man in scoring position. The 1-1 pitch hits the inside corner for a called strike. White trying to get through this first inning and see what the offense can do behind him. The 1-2 pitch. Get him to pop it up. Could be playable behind home towards the Docs' first base dugout. Knox Hubbard is there to make the catch. Tough first inning, but the Docs get out of it. 8 hitters to the plate for the Barbers. They score 4 runs on 4 hits. There were no errors and 1 runner left on base. We'll head to the bottom of the first. Some work to do for your Roseburg Dr. Stewarts when we return on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
Well, let's take a deep breath and see if the Doc Stewarts can reset this ball game after 4 runs in for the Post 6 Barbers to start out the top of the first inning. Let's take a look at your Cooper's Pest Control starting a lineup for your Roseburg Dr. Stewarts. They will have Cade Johnson leading things off, followed by Sebastian Watson, the second baseman. The DH, Jace Johnson, will bat third. Evan Corbin, the first baseman, batting cleanup, followed by Dominic Tatone, the right fielder. At third base, Daniel Withers will bat fifth, make that sixth. Knox Hubbard batting seventh, the catcher. In left field, Justin Jenks will bat eighth. And rounding out the starting 9 will be Carson Dunn, the center fielder. The DH being utilized for starting pitcher, Jordan White. Cade Johnson will step in to lead things off. Got a hit in his first at-bat in the game earlier today. First pitch from the righty on is in for a called strike. Line drive to right center, drops in, and the Doc Stewarts will have their first hit of the ball game. Going for 2, Cade Johnson. He's not settling for a single. He goes all the way to 2 on the first hit of the ball game.
The batter, number 2, second baseman, Sebastian Johnson.
And that'll put Cade Johnson in scoring position. Docs know they got some work to do here, and Cade Johnson trying to help the team out by getting into scoring position on one swing of the bat. Sebastian Watson will bat with 1 on and nobody out. First hit of the ball game for the Doc Stewarts there. Every first hit is brought to you by MSK True Value. Watson checks swing, foul ball first base side. Make sure that you don't swing and miss with your next project. Make it a hit. Head to MSK True Value and Building Supply, located in Myrtle Creek and Tri-City.
Go, Riley.
The 0-1 pitch for Watson is high, up out of the crouch. Sean Murphy skying to get to that ball before it sailed by. Cade Johnson out at second base. Was watching that closely. Heads back to the bag. 1-1 pitch. Harbaugh. Breaking ball stays high and inside, a 2-1 count. Doc Stewart's trail 4-0, and we had your Cooper's Pest Control starting lineup there. Again, if you're looking for the best defense, call Cooper's Pest Control to protect your home from those summer bugs. 673-0363. 2-1 delivery for Watson. He goes after a pitch up in the zone. That's out to center field, caught by Jackson Bowie, who comes charging in. 1 away. That pitch was up near the eyeballs there for Watson. Couldn't get on top of it enough to try and hit it at a more level angle. That ball sails just enough for Jackson Bowie in center field. 1 away. Still out at second base is Cade Johnson. Jace Johnson will step in. DH bats third. On the mound, Riley Harbaugh. Breaking ball high and inside, ducking out of the way is Jace Johnson. Behind the plate, Sean Murphy catching for the Barbers today. Out at first base, Hayden Smith. At second, Stanley Shoppy. At third, Jonah Hergert. And Andy Miller at shortstop. It's the 1-0 pitch inside. Jace up on his toes to stay out of the way of that one. Jace Johnson with a 2-0 count. In the outfield from left to right for the Barbers, Joe Brockmiller, Jackson Bowie, and Tyler Christensen, your starting defense for post 6. The 2-0 pitch hits the strike zone on the outer corner. Two balls, one strike to Jace Johnson. Jace with a couple of hits in the game earlier today, a couple of singles, drove in 3. The 2-1, he takes that one right at the heart of the zone. And Riley Harbaugh works his way back in for a 2-2 count.
Here we go, Riley.
Riley Harbaugh from Banks High School, class of 2022. His 2-2 delivery. Strike 3 on the outside corner. Jace Johnson goes down looking, 2 away. Big strikeout there for Riley Harbaugh.
First baseman Evan Corbin.
Brings up Evan Corbin. Cade Johnson still at second base after the leadoff double here in the first inning for the Docs, trailing 4-0. Evan Corbin at the plate, the first baseman. Takes the first pitch low for ball 1. Corbin earlier today in the win over the Rose City Baseball Club was 1 for 3 in that game with a single in his first at-bat. Docs would like to see a base hit here to get 1 run on the board at least. The 1-0 pitch. Strike 1 called.
Boy, Riley, here we go, bud.
So 1-1 count as the sun beats down on us here today, this afternoon here in Eugene. Much different than earlier today. The 1-1 misses inside. 69 degrees right now in Eugene, expecting to hit the high of 70. That's a little lower than what we were calling for earlier today, but expecting sunshine throughout the rest of the evening. 2-1 pitch to Evan Corbin, low and outside from Riley Harbaugh. Waiting on deck, Dominic Tourn, the 5-hitter in the lineup, the right fielder. Your on-deck hitter always brought to you by Budget Lumber. Everything you need for building a house, a garden, or maybe even a deck. Budget Lumber, always striving to be number 1. Pickoff throw to second base, or I guess that's kind of what it was intended to be, a jump spin move, and the throw by Harbaugh goes to the shortstop, Andy Miller, who was still at the typical spot for a shortstop, nowhere close to the bag. 3-1 pitch to Evan Corbin. Breaking ball in for a strike. And Corbin has a full count.
Here we go, Riley. Leave him out there.
Full count pitch coming up for Evan. Harbaugh on the mound, the righty. Gets a swing and a miss for strike 3. And Riley Harbaugh gives up a leadoff double, pitches around it. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 man left on base. The Barbers lead 4-0 as we go to the top of the second inning on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
For over 100 years, Douglas County Farmers Co-op has been serving the needs of farmers, ranchers, and homeowners throughout Southern Oregon. Here, everyone is welcome. When you shop with us, you can expect good people, good products, and good advice. No membership needed. Just bring yourself, and we'll provide the expertise and products you need to tackle your next project. Douglas County Farmers Co-op, where everyone is welcome to shop.
My wife and I moved to Oregon to raise a family, set our roots, and to have a lot of fun outdoors. We quickly realized that we needed a truck or a rig for the projects that we were doing in the backyard. When we were looking to find a place to finance our truck, we asked our patients, and everyone recommended Cascade Community Credit Union. It was so easy to work with Cascade. Everything was done via email, phone, and we didn't even need to go in. I can't wait to finish up the projects in the backyard, go on more adventures in our truck with our boys, and I look forward to working with Cascade again in the future.
All right, Jack.
Docs Baseball here on The Score, sponsored by B&D Meats in Winston. Give them a visit for something to throw on the grill this summer while you're hanging out with the family, entertaining folks, whatever it may be. B&D Meats, got what you need. It'll be the 9-hitter Jackson Bowie to lead things off. Left-handed batter against Jordan White, who misses outside for ball 1. So we'll welcome you back for the top of the second inning. Doc Stewart's trail 4-0. A big start to the ball game for the Barbers. A 1-0 pitch. Misses outside for a 2-0 count. There are some clouds overhead, but a lot of blue sky. Much different. There's another pitch outside. Maybe a little low. 3-0 count for Jordan White. Much different than what we saw this morning when the Docs played, where it was overcast the entire time. 3-0 pitch does come in for a strike. (3-1) delivery coming up for White. He'll miss outside for ball 4. Leadoff man gets on base. Top of the order coming up for the Barbers. First walk of the game for Jordan White. After that tough start to the game, no action out in the bullpen for the Docs, so they're riding with Jordan White here to start. They're going to give him a chance to recover. Misses low and inside for a 1-0 count. Andy Miller back at the plate. He grounded out to start out the ball game. Shortstop for the Barbers will take inside for a 2-0 count. Miller, graduating from Mountainside High School this year, headed to Seattle University. (2-0) count to him. Outside corner, strike 1. Already up to 22 pitches in the ball game for Jordan. The 2-1 delivery. That ball is popped up high in the air out towards left field. Coming in, Jenks will be called off by the shortstop. Cade Johnson makes the catch. That'll retire Miller for a second time. 1 away. Still a man on at first for the Barbers. It'll bring up Sean Murphy. The catcher had a single in the first inning.
Number 22, the catcher, Sean Murray.
Came around to score. One out. The lefty, Sean Murphy, at the plate will step in with still Jackson Bowie out at first. First pitch high and away, ball 1. So this will be the last game for the Docs before they begin Area 4 league play starting on Wednesday next week. Swing and a miss. Strike 1 for Murphy. Murphy had a ground ball through the right side back in the first inning. White sets, delivers, gets a pop fly again. That ball left side. Daniel Withers, the third baseman, chasing. Now it's the shortstop, Cade Johnson, that makes the catch just across the foul line down the third base side, back behind third. Nice play there for the shortstop to track that ball, and it was a tough angle for Withers. That ball has a tendency to trail back towards the field of play, and Withers kind of was already into foul territory. I got worried it was going to end up over his head, but a nice job attacking to the baseball for Cade Johnson. He had the much better play on it, and the right call for him to take that himself. 2 away with a man at first after the leadoff walk. At the plate, Stanley Shoppy will take high for ball 1. Shoppy with the double to left field back in the first inning. Jordan White. The 1-0 pitch. Ground ball left side. Knocked down by Cade Johnson. Throw to first. Got him! Cade Johnson with the play from deep in the hole at short. beats out Shoppy by a hair, according to the umpire on the field. And the Doc Stewarts will use the defense to get out of things in the second. No runs, no hits, no errors. One man left on base. We go to the bottom of the second. Docs trail 4-0. Defense hopefully leading to offense when we return on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Deciding where to purchase your next vehicle is just as important as the vehicle itself. At Roseburg Honda, our seasoned staff is dedicated to matching you with the right car. From sales to service, our goal is to make sure all of your needs are met, and you leave our dealership feeling good every time you visit. No need to waste your valuable time driving up and down the freeway when the ultimate car buying experience is right here at home. Roseburg Honda. We treat you like family.
Hundreds of years before county boundaries were drawn, the Cow Creek Umpqua tribe lived on Southern Oregon lands. The Cow Creek were known then for their sense of community. They still are. Today, the success of their world-class casino resort and other Cow Creek businesses benefit our communities. The Cow Creek Foundation has given over $20 million to Southern Oregon charities. The Cow Creek Umpqua tribe, a Southern Oregon tribe and a giving people.
Bottom of the second inning, Docs needing some offense to get going. They'll have the 5, 6, and 7 hitters coming up. Today's game brought to you by Tim's Appliance and Mattress at the corner of Lane and South Stevens in Roseburg. 0% financing, always available. Well, that final play to finish out the top of the second, the great defense there by Cade Johnson, even just to give himself a shot, whether it was the right call or not, is pretty impressive. I watched it back, the video replay, and it was a lot closer than I thought it was going to be. I initially, in live action, thought that the runner was actually going to be called safe, but it was a pretty close bang-bang play at first base for Cade Johnson on that defensive play. What a job he did there. It'll be Dominic Tourn to try and start things off for the Docs. He took high on the first pitch. Will take low this time. Has a 2-0 count against Riley Harbaugh, starting pitcher for the Post 6 Barbers. Docs did not see Harbaugh the first time the two teams met a couple of days ago. High for Dom, and he's got a 3-0 count. It was Jonah Hergert, Connor Werner, and Griffin Scott, the three pitchers used by the Barbers the first time they faced the Docs. 3-0 pitch, high for ball 4, and that is a 4-pitch walk to lead off things in the second inning for Riley Harbaugh. One on, it'll be Daniel Withers that will bat. Daniel Withers didn't play in the game earlier today. Withers comes in batting .368 on the season. First pitch in for strike 1.
Hey, boy, Riley, here we go.
Harbaugh, the righty, to the righty, Withers. The big kid from UVC. He takes a breaking ball that misses low, a 1-1 count. Bottom of the second inning here in our Papa's Pizza Tournament Championship game. The host team, the Emerald Challengers, getting knocked out of championship contention by this Barbers club 3-1 just a little while ago. 1-1 pitch to Withers. Ground ball, kind of a slower roller towards second. Picked up by Shoppy. Throw to Stewart. And the throw back to first, not in time. Shoppy to Miller for the out at second base. Daniel Withers will get on base at first with the fielder's choice, one away. Knox Hubbard bats with 1 on and 1 out. Docs trailing by 4.
Do it again, Riley.
Riley Harbaugh facing the lefty. Hubbard, first pitch swinging, hits one to right field. Withers around second. He will need to get on his horse. That ball gets by Tyler Christensen in right field. Hubbard will get to second base. Withers is standing at third as the ball relayed in gets away for a moment. But the Barbers will track down the loose baseball. And so Knox Hubbard with a base hit, a single to right field, and then a fielding error by Christensen gets him to second base. And going first to third is Withers. on the same error. Docs will have runners at second and third with one away. It'll be Braxton Dill to come out and run for Knox Hubbard. And Justin Jenks will get a chance to bat with one out and two on. Jenks comes in batting .300 on the year. And it's a balk called against Harbaugh. That'll put that'll put Dill at third running for Knox Hubbard, and it brings home Daniel Withers. Docs are on the board. So 4-1 your score now with one out, a man at third base for the Docs. Justin Jenks with a job to do at the plate. Harbaugh's first pitch is right down the middle for strike one.
Here we go, Riley. Leave him out there, bud. Here we go.
Jenks, the 8-hitter in the lineup. The 0-1 pitch. Harbaugh misses low and outside. On the season for Jenks, he's got just 2 RBI. He's played in 11 games. This is his 20th at-bat. Does not have a walk this season. It's got a 1-1 count out to the mound. One of the assistant coaches for this Barbers club out to talk with the entire infield here. One out with a runner at third. Docs with 1 run on the board so far. Looking to try and close the gap a little bit more after the Barbers scored 4 in the first. Docs baseball on the score is sponsored by Roseburg Honda. Buying a car can be a hassle, but at Roseburg Honda, it's different. Customer satisfaction is their highest priority. Visit Roseburg Honda, where they treat you like family because they are family. One count. Pickoff throw to first base will not be there.
Go, Riley. Leave him out there, bud.
The 1-1 pitch. Jenks chases a breaking ball for strike 2. One ball, 2 strikes for the 8-hitter. Jenks swings through it for strike 3. Big strikeout for Harbaugh, his 3rd in the ball game. 2 down, it'll be Carson Dunn. I'll try to see if he can capitalize on a runner in scoring position for the Docs here in the 2nd. First pitch for Harbaugh to the 9-hitter. Breaking ball, catches the outside corner. Harbaugh's 0-1 pitch for Carson Dunn. This time hits the inside corner for a strike. The 0-2 pitch. Outside and low. Dunn does not go chasing. Carson Dunn trying to work his way back above the Mendoza line. The 1-2 pitch to him. The breaking ball outside. 2-2 count. The average maybe not the greatest, but he finds ways on bases. He's got an on-base percentage of .308. Reaching on errors, getting hit by pitches, walks. He seems to find a way on it a lot of times. The 2-2, low and outside. He's got a full count. Full count pitch coming up to Carson Dunn. Top of the order waits on deck. That's Cade Johnson, who had a double to start out the ball game for the Docs. Full count pitch for Harbaugh. He misses outside, and that will put runners on the corners with 2 away. And it sends us back to the top of the lineup card. Cade Johnson will dig in with a chance to try and see if he can get the Docs a crooked number on the board and get back within 2 in this game. Start to make it a ball game again. here in the bottom of the second. 1 run in so far on a balk. First pitch to Cade Johnson. Breaking ball, that one catches the inside corner. Cade waits for the 0-1 pitch. Runner going from first. Throw down to second base. Gets away. Docs will score a run. Trying to come in. Stanley Shoppy tried to backhand the throw, which one hopped from Sean Murphy out to second base. They were going to try and cut it short to see if they could get the runner at home. Braxton Dill will score for Knox Hubbard as the courtesy runner, and it's a 2-run ball game. And the Docs have a runner at second base with 2 down. At the plate, a 1-1 count for Cade Johnson. He'll take outside, 2 balls and a strike. Stolen base for Carson Dunn. And for Braxton Dill on that one.
Here we go, Riley.
And another balk is called. Two balls and 1 strike to Cade Johnson with a runner at third now. Dunn moving up 90 feet on the box. Second one here in the second inning. Cade Johnson goes right side. That ball might have a chance to get over the head of the right fielder. It does. Christensen chases it all the way to the wall. 1 runs in. Johnson heading for third. Cade muscling around. He's in, standing up with a triple, and the Docs are back within 1. Cade Johnson trades places with Carson Dunn. He has got a double and a triple in this one. And the Doc Stewarts trail 4-3 against the post 6 Barbers. 2-out rally going here. Sebastian Watson will bat. Docs have scored 2 runs with 2 outs so far. Looking to tie it up off the bat of Sebastian Watson, who takes a strike on the outside corner. Watson flew to center field back in the first inning. The 0-1 pitch, another breaking ball in for a strike against Sebastian. 0-2 count. Harbaugh gets a ground ball towards towards the second baseman, right field area. Second baseman Stanley Shoppy comes up with the play. And that will finish things off. Doc Stewarts, though, have made it a ball game again. They scored 3 runs here in the second inning. Comes in on 2 base hits. There was 1 error, and you had 1 runner left on base. We're through 2 innings of play. It's 4-3. Docs trail by 1 against the Barbers on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
I don't think you realize how much energy you've lost until you start the hormone replacement process.
Our energy really started to wane. We were both gaining weight. My sleep pattern got really messed up.
One Peak Medical changed our lives individually and as a couple.
We're just a lot happier because we feel better. We're not tired and run down, and it just makes our lives easier and happier.
Hormone balancing can help with fatigue, anxiety, pain, and much more. Call or book online today at onepeakmedical.com.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
At the top of the third inning for the Portland Post 6 Barbers, number 7, first baseman Hayden Smith.
Top of the third inning, today's game brought to you by Barnes Heating and Cooling, your complete energy company. Visit barnesheatingandcooling.com or give them a call at 541-459-1545. Jordan White will face Hayden Smith to start things off. A ground ball, base hit down the left field side. Making a stab was third baseman Daniel Withers. Throw to second, not in time. It's a leadoff double for Hayden Smith. So Hayden Smith, sharp ground ball down that third base side into left field. Justin Jenks got to it quick. Not quick enough as Jenks motors around first and gets into second base just ahead of the tag by Sebastian Watson. One on. Nobody out. Tyler Christensen will bat. He had an RBI single in the first. First pitch low and inside for ball one. Jordan White, 1-0 pitch. Misses low and inside. Throw down to second base. Bounces into center field. Up with it, Carson Dunn will launch it to the plate. It's not going to be anywhere close, and a run scores. First error of the game for the Docs. It'll be a stolen base for Smith, and then an error to score him, make it 5-3. Back in front by 2 is the Barbers. At the plate, a 2-0 pitch fouled away by Christensen. Nobody out, nobody on. They actually might have had a chance if the throw wasn't low and if it didn't take that weird hop off the infield. There's a pitch high, 3-1 count. Didn't take that weird hop off the infield. They might have had a chance to get Smith at third. He was taking off running on the back pick by the catcher, Knox Hubbard. But the throw up the middle bounced and hopped into center field well over the head of Sebastian Watson. No chance for him to even try to make a play on that one. And that easily allowed Hayden Smith to score. Tyler Christensen draws the walk. One on, nobody out. Second walk for White in the ball game. First pitch inside corner for a strike against Cooper Smith. The DH had a 2-run homer back in the first.
Let's go, Coop. Put it in play, bud.
The 0-1 pitch from White. Grounded to foul, third base side. (0-2) count to the DH, batting in the 6th spot. White delivers, gets a line drive towards left field. They were playing deep. That'll find the alley. Carson Dunn up with it, throws into Cade Johnson. They go to second for the play there. The ball got away from Sebastian Watson as he swiped to make the tag. It was right underneath him. So a double for Cooper Smith. If Watson hangs onto that ball, he's probably got a play on the runner. But he never had it to begin with. Christensen ends up at third base. Runners at second and third with nobody out. Already 1 run in here in the third. Jordan White will face Joe Brockmiller, who was hit by a pitch his first time up. They work the inside corner again, and he'll take strike one. Defense playing in on the grass. They look to try and cut off the run at home. It's not a force at the plate. Over first base is open. The 0-1 to Brockmiller misses low.
Here we go, Brock.
One pitch. Line drive to left field in front of Braxton Dill. 1 run in. Dill comes up throwing. They'll score 1 run as the ball does get away, and that'll move the runner up to second base. So Brockmiller drives in a run and ends up at second after the single.
The third baseman, number 3,
Another error on the Docs on the throw to allow the extra base. Cooper Smith ends up at third. Second and third still for the Barbers. They lead now 6-3 as they have stretched this ball game back out after the Docs got it down to a 1-run game. 2 runs here in the third have stretched it back out to a 3-run game. Jonah Hergert will bat. He popped out to the catcher in the first inning. Takes a strike on the outside corner. Docs defense has had some lapses out there in this inning. Check swing, foul ball. That one into the grandstands over the top of the Docs dugout on the first base side. 0-2 count. Still nobody out here in the top of the third inning.
Calls it way outside. Be ready.
2 strikes against Hergert. Low and outside from White, 1-2 count. Docs do have a little activity up in the bullpen.
6-3, Bill, 6-3.
I believe that is Parker Burke, who we saw for an inning earlier today. Upstairs, boy, that pitch missed by just a hair. 2-2 count. The 2-2 pitch with nobody out. Defense again playing in on the grass. Just outside. And it's a full count. White's 3-2 pitch. Fouled away. Will stay alive at the plate, does Jonah Hergert. This ball game sponsored by Flyaway Travel. Book your travel plans with their travel experts, located at 1445 West Harvard Avenue in Roseburg. Again, the full count pitch for White. Line drive to left field. Drives in another run. Dill up with it. It'll only be 1 run to score for the Barbers. And the slugfest continues for post 6. We knew they are guys that could hit. They continue to do so here in the 3rd. That is the 4th hit in the inning. 3rd run. Brockmiller goes to 3rd. Runners on the corners with nobody out.
7-3.
There is a 3-run score here in the 3rd. That matches the Docs' bottom of the 2nd, so it's back out to a 4-run lead for the Barbers. 9-hitter Jackson Bowie lays down a bunt, plays to first for White, and he throws it too high off the glove for Corbin. A run comes in. Only 1 run will score, but everybody up 90 feet, and the outs continue to elude the Docs. So Jackson Bowie will get credit for the RBI for Brockmiller. Bowie will get on with the error and ends up at second base. That error allowing Jonah Hergert to go all the way to 3rd. Runners at 2nd and 3rd with nobody out. And we're going to get a call to the pen brought to you by Chris Hubbard, State Farm Insurance. Doc Stewarts are headed to the bullpen, and a long run out for Parker Burke as he comes all the way from the bullpen deep in the right field corner, and will get a chance to have the baseball in his hands when we come back. Well, the day done for Jordan White, and unfortunately not the positive note he was hoping for to finish out this tournament for the Docs. It is a 7, make it an 8-3 lead for the Post 6 Barbers here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Years before county boundaries were drawn, the Cow Creek Umpqua tribe lived on Southern Oregon lands. The Cow Creek were known then for their sense of community. They still are. Today, the success of their world-class casino resort and other Cow Creek businesses benefit our communities. The Cow Creek Foundation has given over $20 million to Southern Oregon charities. The Cow Creek Umpqua Tribe, a Southern Oregon tribe and a giving people.
Working from a hot tin shed, Paul W. Klipsch, genius and maverick, designed and hand-built his first commercial loudspeaker with the intention of bringing live music right into your living room. Today, we still make them like we used to, by hand, with passion, with pride. Klipsch Heritage Loudspeakers.
Give Klipsch Heritage speakers a listen at Good Vibrations. Top of the Hill, Northeast Stevens in Roseburg.
8-3 our ball game here in the 3rd inning. Docs make a pitching change, and the first pitch from the new man, Parker Burke, is hit into left field for another run for the Barbers, and they will now lead at 9-3 over the Docs as we welcome you back here to Sweet Johnson Stadium. So far, all 9 runs will go to the total of Jordan White, and the run scores Jackson Bowie also scored on that, but I didn't catch the ruling on that one. They called interference on the shortstop, Cade Johnson, apparently. So they gave Jackson Bowie an extra base.
Here we go, Murph.
So make it 10-3 now. The Barbers in front. Out at first base is Andy Miller, who had that RBI single to lead things off against Parker Burke, who has come in. Sean Murphy, 1 for 2 today. He swings and misses on the 0-2 pitch for strike 3. That is a first strikeout of the game for Doc's pitchers. All strikeouts by the Doc's pitchers are brought to you by One Peak Medical. Visit onepeakmedical.com to book an appointment with a doctor today. Stanley Shoppy will bat. He is 1 for 2 with a double. Burke looking for a double play ball. They're going to try to take that away. Is the runner going, and he's in with a stolen base. Andy Miller is out to second. So Miller is out to second. At the plate, it was a strike called against Shoppy. The 0-1 for Burke. Line drive into left field. They're going to send Miller to the plate. The throw by Jenks. Cut by the third baseman, Daniel Withers. Throw to the plate. Won't get there in time. RBI single for Stanley Shoppy. And
the batter, number 7, first baseman,
the struggles continue for the Docs. 11-3 now your score with 1 out. Batting through the lineup here are the Barbers. Up for a second time, Hayden Smith, who had a double to start things off here in the third inning. That was against Jordan White. Jordan White, now his book is closed. 10 runs total against him in the 3 innings. He only gets credited with 2 innings. Did not get an out here in the third. Only 1 out so far. Yowza. Line drive nearly takes off Parker Burke's head. It gets into center field. That's a base hit for Hayden Smith, his second of the game. And runners are at first and second with 1 out. So far here in the third inning, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hits here in the third.
16, right fielder Tyler Christensen.
7 runs. There's been 1 walk and 3 errors for the Docs. Tyler Christensen will bat. He walked here in this third inning. Had a RBI single in the first. He scored twice. Takes the first pitch outside. Ball 1. So struggles in championship games continue for the Doc Stewarts. At home in their Father's Day tournament fell short. It's a breaking ball outside. 2-0 count for Parker Burke. The Father's Day tournament, it was Medford, I believe. They fell short against Medford. Then they fell short against Idaho Falls down in Medford in that tournament, the Coach K Classic. And now here against the Post 6 Barbers, things not looking great. Down by 8. 2-0 pitch inside from Burke, just missing Christensen. One out, runners at first and second.
Go, Ty.
Christensen waits for the delivery from Burke. There's ball 4, and the bases are loaded. Second walk in the third inning for Tyler Christensen. Second walk that he's gotten in the same inning from 2 different pitchers. Again, the pitching change was brought to you by Chris Hubbard State Farm Insurance. If you've been thinking of switching up your insurance coverage, get in touch with Chris. He's got over 10 years of insurance experience, and he can make sure that you've got coverage that you need at a price that fits your budget. ChrisInsures.com for a quote today. Pop up back behind home, out of play for strike 1. To Cooper Smith, a 2-run homer in the first. He's got a double here in the third. Bats for a second time in the third inning. The 0-1 pitch popped up, foul territory. Evan Corbin chasing, but runs out of room down that right field side. That'll be strike 2. The 0-2 pitch for Smith. Ground ball up the middle. Cade Johnson to Watson, over to Corbin. Double play to get out of it, and the bleeding has stopped. Cooper Smith goes down with the 6-4-3 double play. And the Doc Stewarts really have some work to do. 7 runs come in here in the third inning. Docs trail 11-3 as we go to the bottom of the third on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Get ready to satisfy your dessert cravings with Mountain Mike's new mini churros. These delicious bite-sized churros are the perfect dessert to pair with your favorite Mountain Mike's pizza, made with only the freshest and finest ingredients, dough made fresh daily with 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese, and toppings to the edge. For limited time only, get 16 mini churros for the whole family for only $4.99. Don't wait. Order yours today for dine-in, carry-out, or delivery.
Hundreds of years before county boundaries were drawn, the Cow Creek Umpqua tribe lived on Southern Oregon lands. The Cow Creek were known then for their sense of community. They still are. Today, the success of their world-class casino resort and other Cow Creek businesses benefit our communities. The Cow Creek Foundation has given over $20 million to Southern Oregon charities. The Cow Creek Umpqua tribe, a Southern Oregon tribe and a giving people.
We go to the bottom of the third inning. Docs trail 11-3. Yeah, you heard that right. Things have gotten out of hand in a couple of innings so far. The Barbers with 4 in the first, 7 in the third. Docs look like they were getting back into this ball game with 3 runs in the bottom of the second to make it a 1-run ball game at the time, but now they find themselves down by 8. Up to bat for the Docs, it'll be Jace Johnson to lead things off. Roseburg has to really start chipping away at things if they want to stay in this one. First pitch, strike 1 to Jace Johnson. Jace struck out looking in the first. Today's ballgame brought to you by Dr. Lance and Randall. If you're looking for a new dentist, well, they're accepting new patients. Call them at 541-378-6694. Outside for a ball from Riley Harbaugh, who has a comfortable advantage to work with.
Here we go, Riley.
1-1 pitch. Harbaugh gets the strike zone at the top of the zone. The 1-2 pitch for Jace Johnson. Fights off one on the outside edge, is picked up by Harbaugh. Throw to first base. Hayden Smith is there to accept the baseball. 1 down for the Docs. Evan Corbin will bat. He struck out swinging to end the first inning.
12, Evan Corbin.
Evan Corbin
Go, Riley.
waits for the first pitch from Harbaugh with 1 out, nobody on. He'll smack that breaking ball into right field. Lead or 1 out single for Evan Corbin on the first pitch of the at-bat. He'll have his first hit of the game. Docs now with 4 hits in the contest. Dom drew a walk in the second. He'll bat here with 1 on and 1 out. First pitch from Harbaugh to Tourn, hits it in the air to left field. Tracking that one down, Brock Miller makes the catch. Back to first base will go Corbin, 2 away.
The third baseman, number 20, Daniel Withers.
Brings up Daniel Withers, the third baseman, reached on a fielder's choice and scored the first run of the game for the Docs. And we will instead have a new batter at the plate for Daniel Withers. Ever Lamb will get a chance to bat. Takes the first pitch for ball 1. So new batter at the plate. Withers was 0 for 1 in the game.
Here we go, Riley.
The 1-0 pitch. Lamb pops this one up towards right field. Charging in is Christensen with 2 down. Everybody's running, and Ever will fly out. And his, what I think is probably his first at-bat of the season for Ever Lamb.
No runs, 1 base hit, no Barbers errors, 1 run left on base.
First at-bat of the season for Ever Lamb, ends up with a fly ball out to right field. That'll finish off the 3rd inning. Top of the 4th we go. Doc Stewart's trailing by 8 against the Post 6 Barbers on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
My wife and I moved to Oregon to raise a family, set our roots, and to have a lot of fun outdoors. We quickly realized that we needed a truck or a rig for the projects that we were doing in the backyard. When we were looking to find a place to finance our truck, we asked our patients, and everyone recommended Cascade Community Credit Union. It was so easy to work with Cascade. Everything was done via email, phone, and we didn't even need to go in. I can't wait to finish up the projects in the backyard, go on more adventures in our truck with our boys, and I look forward to working with Cascade again in the future.
Turn your home into your dream sanctuary with help from Douglas County Farmers Co-op. For over 100 years, we've carried everything you need to keep your garden and crops green and growing, including a large selection of soil mixes, composts, fertilizers, and other soil amendments. You'll also find stones, boulders, gravel, and more to add structure and diversity to your yard. Stop by or shop at DouglasCountyFarmersCoop.com.
Number 23, Joe Brockmiller, the left fielder.
Joe Brockmiller starts things off for the Post 6 Barbers here in the 4th inning. He takes low for ball 1 from Parker Burke, who's in relief for the Docs. That ball off the hands for strike 1 for Brockmiller. Brockmiller 1 for 1 in the game, an RBI single in the 3rd, and hit by a pitch. 11 hits total in this ball game for the Barbers. 7 of them in the 3rd inning. It was an inning where they just couldn't do anything wrong. Play to first base, Evan Corbin will make the play over to Parker Burke. 1 away. That was a ball that obviously had some English on it. It hit in the dirt and took a weird spin that had Evan Corbin kind of shuffling his feet to try and stay in front of it. Made the play, and a nice job by Burke to cover at first base to get the out. 1 away. Jonah Herger will bat. First pitch high for ball 1. Defensive changes. Ever Lamb stays in the game after his pinch hit for Daniel Withers. Lamb will go to left field, and left fielder Justin Jenks will move to third base. Burke misses outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Another one low for Burke. 3-0 count for Jonah Hergert, and he'll take a strike. So the book done on Jordan White today. 2 innings, gave up 8 hits, 10 runs, 2 walks, no strikeouts, and 1 hit batter by my total. 3-1 pitch inside for Parker, and he will miss the strike zone. Hergert will draw a walk. Second walk for Parker Burke. 1 on, 1 away.
Number 2, center fielder Jackson Boyd.
It'll be Jackson Bowie to bat. He is 0 for 1 in the game. Drew a walk and reached on an error. Takes the first pitch for ball 1. Ball hit out towards center field. Trotting in, Carson Dunn will retire Bowie for the second out. Back to first base goes Hergert. 2 down, top of the order. Andy Miller batting for a third, make it a 4th time in 4 innings. A 1-0 pitch does hit the bottom of the zone for a strike to Miller.
Here we go, Andy.
Miller is 1 for 3 in the game. He pops this one back behind home for strike 2.
Stay tall, let's go.
The Doc's Game Changer app has Jordan White with 10 earned runs in this one. He was actually credited with 11 runs total. The 0-2 pitch outside knocks Hubbard. Stopped the ball from getting away, but not enough to keep Jonah Hergert at second or at first. So wild pitch moves Hergert up 90 feet. A 1-2 count for Andy Miller with 2 away and a man in scoring position for the Barbers. Another pitch outside in the dirt, scooped this time by Hubbard.
Take tall there, Rick. Let's go.
This ball game is sponsored by Cascade Community Credit Union, belong to Douglas County. 2-2 pitch for Miller. Low and inside. That one off the shin guard for Hubbard. It trickles down the third base side and up the base path. Jonah Hergert gets to third.
Stay tall, Ape. Here we go.
Docs had a sharp inning in the second, a walk to the leadoff man, then got 3 straight outs and got out of that second inning without any damage. Other than that, these innings have all been a little difficult. A walk here in this 4th inning, got a runner on base, but now Jonah Hergert has moved up 2 bags on wild pitches. 3-2 pitch from Burke, ground ball towards Sebastian Watson, took a high hop off the lip on the infield. Watson ready for it, fires to first, retires Miller, and that will finish off things in the 4th inning. No runs on no hits, there were no errors, and 1 man left on base. Still, it's an 11-3 ball game. So we go to the bottom of the 4th on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
Back for the bottom of the 4th inning. Today's ball game brought to you by Cascade Community Credit Union, belong to Douglas County. Well, you know, the Barbers did it in an inning. What's to say the Docs can't find a way to come back in this one, trailing by 8, 11-3 our score. Knox Hubbard will lead things off, had a single in the 2nd inning. First pitch to him is high and away for ball 1. Hubbard, Jenks, and Carson Dunn, your 3 hitters due up for the Docs. A 1-0 pitch off the hands, goes opposite field for the lefty. Foul down that third base line.
Here we go, Riley.
1-1 count. Riley Harbaugh still throwing for the Barbers here into the 4th inning. He misses low for a 2-1 count. Total of 11 hits in this ball game for the Barbers so far. They scored 4 in the first, 7 in the 3rd. Docs had 3 in the bottom of the 2nd. So they've been trading which innings the teams are scoring. Maybe this will be a good one for the Docs. High and away, a 3-1 count for Knox Hubbard. 3-1 pitch coming up for Harbaugh. There was some action in the bullpen, it looked like, for the Barbers. I caught him coming back from the bullpen, didn't see who it was. Ball 4 taken for Hubbard as Riley Harbaugh on the mound goes tumbling to the turf. As he delivered that one, his foot slipped out from underneath him, and he ended up on the grass. Issues the walk to Knox Hubbard.
Number 19, third baseman.
Third walk of the game for Harbaugh. 1 on and nobody out. A courtesy runner will take over at first. I'm assuming Braxton Dill. That is who it is. Braxton Dill on at first for Knox Hubbard. Justin Jenks, ground ball. The shortstop, Miller, gets in front of it. Will get the out at second. Throw back to first, not in time.
Return, guys.
So they get one of the two. Jenks will get on with a fielder's choice. Brings up Carson Dunn with a man at first and one away.
Carson Dunn.
Attaboy, Andy.
Carson Dunn drew a walk in the second inning, scored on a triple by Cade Johnson. Inside on the first pitch for Harbaugh. Cade Johnson extends his hit streak, I believe, now to 7 games after his 2 hits in this one. He's the on-deck hitter, brought to you by Budget Lumber. A 1-0 pitch, misses outside, a 2-0 count. The on-deck hitter brought to you by Budget Lumber, where they've got everything you need if you're looking to build a deck. That's Budget Lumber, always striving to be Lumber One. 2-0 delivery for Carson Dunn. He belts that one to left field. That's going to be extra bases for the speedy Dunn. Around at first, Justin Jenks heading to third. He'll come around to score. Dunn in at second base with this run-scoring double. The ball is flying around the yard here today. Docs get 1 run back, trail 11-4, and it's going to prompt Joe Duran to head out to the mound here. Docs score 1 with 1 out, have a man in scoring position. Top of the order coming up. Cade Johnson's been the dangerous guy in the lineup so far for the Docs today. And it looks like Coach Duran for the Barbers is going to make a call to the pin, brought to you by Chris Hubbard, State Farm Insurance. If you're thinking about switching up things with your insurance coverage, it's time to get in touch with Chris Hubbard. He's got over 10 years of insurance experience and can make sure that you've got the coverage you need at a price that fits your budget. Auto, home, life, and more. Contact Chris Hubbard at 541-672-3301 or visit chrisinsures.com for a quote today. We'll tell you about the new man on the mound when we come back here in the bottom of the 4th. Docs trail 11-4 on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
For over 100 years, Douglas County Farmers Co-op has been serving the needs of farmers, ranchers, and homeowners throughout Southern Oregon. Here, everyone is welcome. When you shop with us, you can expect good people, good products, and good advice. No membership needed. Just bring yourself, and we'll provide the expertise and products you need to tackle your next project. Douglas County Farmers Co-op, where everyone is welcome to shop.
My wife and I moved to Oregon to raise a family, set our roots, and to have a lot of fun outdoors. We quickly realized that we needed a truck or a rig for the projects that we were doing in the backyard. When we were looking to find a place to finance our truck, we asked our patients, and everyone recommended Cascade Community Credit Union. It was so easy to work with Cascade. Everything was done via email, phone, and we didn't even need to go in. I can't wait to finish up the projects in the backyard, go on more adventures in our truck with our boys, and I look forward to working with Cascade again in the future.
Taking over on the mound for the Barbers will be Connor Werner, the 2021 graduate from Aloha, redshirted at George Fox's last year. Second time the Docs will see him here in this tournament. Takes over for Riley Harbaugh, who goes 3 1/3 innings, gave up 5 hits, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts. Right now will be credited with 4 runs, but out at second base, Carson Dunn would go to his total as well. First pitch swinging for Cade Johnson. That one on the infield takes a while to come down, but Andy Miller's right there waiting for the second out. 2 down. And bring up Sebastian Watson, who's 0 for 2 in the ballgame. Watson will bat with Carson Dunn at second. 2 down here in the 4th inning. Doc's trying to just chip away at the lead if they can. Werner's first pitch to Watson, out to center field, charging in. Jackson Bowie makes the catch and finishes off the bottom of the 4th. Doc Stewart's with 1 run on 1 hit. There were no errors and 1 man left on base. We will go to the top of the 5th inning. Doc Stewart's trail 11-4 on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Deciding where to purchase your next vehicle is just as important as the vehicle itself. At Roseburg Honda, our seasoned staff is dedicated to matching you with the right car. From sales to service, our goal is to make sure all of your needs are met, and you leave our dealership feeling good every time you visit. No need to waste your valuable time driving up and down the freeway when the ultimate car buying experience is right here at home. Roseburg Honda. We treat you like family.
Hundreds of years before county boundaries were drawn, the Cow Creek Umpqua tribe lived on Southern Oregon lands. The Cow Creek were known then for their sense of community. They still are. Today, the success of their world-class casino resort and other Cow Creek businesses benefit our communities. The Cow Creek Foundation has given over $20 million to Southern Oregon charities. The Cow Creek Umpqua tribe, a Southern Oregon tribe and a giving people.
Leading off the top of the fifth inning for the Barbers.
Parker Burke will continue to toe the rubber for the Docs as we begin the top of the fifth inning. And that is a foul ball in the first swing by Sean Murphy, the catcher, for strike one as we welcome you back to Sweet Johnson Stadium here for the Papa's Pizza Invitational. Today's game is sponsored by Fisher's Hearth and Home, serving Douglas County for over 30 years with the largest selection of wood, gas, pellet, and electric stoves and fireplaces in the area. 1-1 count now for Murphy, who is 1 for 3 in the game with a single. This will be his second time up against Parker Burke. Fourth time through the lineup here for the Barbers. Outside again, 2-1 count. Murphy, the left-handed batter, leading things off for the Barbers. Swings, and that'll be strike two. Might have caught a piece of that. I think maybe it was swing and a miss, but either way, nobody on base, no worries. 2-2 pitch for Parker Burke. Swung on and missed. He'll get a strikeout. That's another One Peak Medical strikeout for Burke, his second of the game. Strikeouts by Doc's pitchers are brought to you by One Peak Medical. If you're tired of waiting months to see a doctor, visit onepeakmedical.com to book your appointment today. One away, nobody on. Stanley Shoppy bats. He takes a strike on the outside corner.
Here we go, Shop. Here we go.
Shoppy is 2 for 3 in the game with a double and a single. He takes high. Doc Stewart's. Boy, looking at the schedule, there's not a lot of games left in the season, surprisingly. Feels like there's a lot left, but starting to wind down here on us as we get into July. 2-1 pitch, in for a strike.
You got the fast pitch, Blue. Let's go.
2-2 count. Outside for a full count for Parker Burke. 3-2 pitch. Shoppy fouls it away. Let's see here. We're starting to get into double play season here, or double header season, I should say. Not double play, but double header. Full count pitch again. That ball fouled away again by Shoppy. Stays the 3-2 count. After today's game, every other date on the calendar looks like a doubleheader for the Docs, starting on Wednesday when they visit Medford to begin Area 4 league play. Foul tip, staying alive, Shoppy. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18 games left on the schedule. And the full count pitch will hit Shoppy in the backside. So that'll be the first hit batter for Parker Burke. Second hit batter by Doc's pitchers today. 1 out, 1 on. Shoppy, the second baseman, on for a third time today. And our home plate umpire getting some more baseballs in. Doc's Baseball brought to you by Chuck Swarman Family Auto Repair. Are you ready to go where life takes you? Back to home plate for the umpire as Hayden Smith will trot up. Smith is 2 for 3 with a double, a single, and an RBI today. Pickoff throw by Burke, not in time. And we get some back and forth going between pitcher and batter. Batter taking his time getting into the box there. Hayden Smith will dig in. Burke delivers, runner going. That ball fouled away for strike one. So back to first base goes Shoppy. Here in the top of the 5th inning, it's an 11-4 score in favor of the Post 6 Barbers. Burke misses outside for a 1-1 count. Coming up this week, Docs will have Monday and Tuesday off for the 4th, off for the 5th. And then back to action with games Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Ground ball, third base side. And it gets by Justin Jenks into left field. It'll be an E5. Up to second base goes Shoppy. Runners at first and second with 1 out. Right fielder Tyler Christensen will bat. It feels like a lot of the emotion and momentum for the Docs that's been zapped out of this ball game here. Seeing some little bit of uncharacteristic play for some of these guys. Strike on the outside corner is Burke. Starts things off against Christensen. Tyler is 1 for 1 in the game, has 2 walks and a single. Has driven in a run and scored twice. The 0-1 Burke misses inside.
Here we go, Ty. Here we go.
Fireworks season coming up here. Hopefully you've got some fun 4th of July festivities. Since the Docs aren't playing on the 4th, hopefully you get a chance to do something fun. Pitch in the air. That one foul territory. Charging. Could not get there in time. Evan Corbin can't catch up to that foul ball for Christensen, and he'll return to the plate with a 1-2 count. A lot of firework activities going on in Roseburg and the surrounding Douglas County communities today and tomorrow. Got the wife up here with me today. We're sticking around in Eugene. Going to head over and watch some Eugene Emeralds baseball once we get done here because I haven't had enough baseball today. We're going to go over there and then watch their fireworks show tonight. A 1-2 pitch for Parker. Breaking ball carries outside and a 2-2 count. Two balls and 2 strikes for Tyler Christensen. That Eugene Emeralds game has been kind of a staple of our 4th of July festivities. There's a ball well hit out to left field on the run. Ever Lamb can't get there in time. He dives. It falls out of the glove. It rolls to the wall. 1 runs in. I think he knocked it down with a glove. Didn't really have a shot at catching it, but it knocked off his body as he dove for that in left field. Ever Lamb out there for the first time defensively. Couldn't come up with it. That'll be a base hit for Christensen. He ends up with a double. Drives in his 2nd run of the ball game. Shoppy scored from second. Going first to third was Hayden Smith. It's another run in for the Barbers on top 12-4. 1 out. Cooper Smith will bat. He's got the home run and a double. Last time up, though, he grounded into a inning-ending double play. 1-0 pitch. Hard hit ball into left field. 1 run will score. They're going to send another run. Ever Lamb up and throwing. The throw to the plate. Not in time. Off the face mask for Knox Hubbard. Up to second base will go Smith. So Cooper Smith with a single. Drives in Hayden Smith and Tyler Christensen. And they're going to bring in a pinch hitter here for Joe Brockmiller. Another error in the ballgame on that throw in for the Docs. Let's see, 3 runs in. It is now 14-4. The Barbers in front, and they may be 3 outs away from getting a win here early. New man at the plate for the Barbers will be Griffin Scott. He hits a line drive right to Evan Corbin, goes to second base, and it's dropped by Cade Johnson. Johnson coming across the bag was close to making the catch and doubling off Cooper Smith at second, but couldn't collect the baseball. And so it's just one out on that one. Griffin Scott lines out to Evan Corbin, 2 down.
Batting for the Barbers, pinch hitting number 6, Gunnar Gustafson.
Here we go, Gunnar.
Another pinch hitter. Gunnar Gustafson will take low and outside for ball 1. This ball game is brought to you by DC Farmers Co-op, where everyone is welcome to shop. In the dirt, 2-1 count for Parker Burke against Gunnar Gustafson.
Hey, boy, Gunnar, hey, boy. Pick a spot, 6.
The 2-0 fouled away. Out at second base, Cooper Smith. He was going to be out if that ball had not been dropped by Cade Johnson out there. Nice play by Evan Corbin to make the catch on the line drive right at him, and then turned and had the runner off the bag at second. Couldn't complete the double play to finish off the inning. 3 balls and 1 strike to Gustafson. A pinch hitter here for Jonah Hergert, who was 1 for 2 in the game. 3-1. That ball hit well out towards left field, but it hooks foul. That'll be strike 2. The long strike there for Gustafson.
Let's go, Gunnar. Here you go, Gunnar. Time him up. Let's go.
Full count pitch coming up. 3 runs in here in the 5th. Parker Burke trying to get things done and over with in the 5th inning. Misses outside. The runner stealing third in safely. So a stolen base for Cooper Smith. And on at first is Gustafson after the walk.
The batter, number 2, center fielder Jackson Bowie.
Jackson Bowie will bat. The 9 hitter is 0 for 2 in the game.
Go, Jack.
Parker bounces the first pitch in. It gets away from Knox Hubbard up to second base. Will go Gustafson. 1-0 count. Burke. He fires that one inside, and it did hit Jackson Bowie. Burke from the righty to the lefty tried to fire that one with a little extra zest and missed his spot. Hits the batter, 3rd hit batter for the Barbers today. And the bases are loaded for the top of the order. Andy Miller will bat for a 5th time. He's the 9th hitter to the plate here in the 5th. First pitch hits the outside corner for a called strike. Today's ball game brought to you by Good Vibration Solutions for home theater and automotive audio. You can feel it at Good Vibes. Pitch gets away. Knox Hubbard will chase it to the backstop. All the runners are holding. They could have probably scored. Joe Duran not forcing the issue here. 1-1 count. Andy Miller with an RBI single back in the 3rd. Will take for a 2-1 count. Burke out of the windup. Foul ball by Miller. 2-2 count with 2 down. Top of the 5th inning. 3 runs already in for the Barbers. Another foul ball by Miller. It stays a 2-2 count.
Gotta let him get in the box, please. Let's go. The block, too.
2-2 count. The pitch by Burke. Line drive to left field. Another run's going to come in. They're going to send 2 runs in. And it is now 16-4. Andy Miller with a 2-run single to left field.
The catcher, number 22, Sean Murray.
Scoring was Cooper Smith from third. From second came in Gunnar Gustafson. Jackson Bowie ends up at second, and Miller on at first. First pitch misses for Burke, a 1-0 count. There's a ground ball right side. Knocked down by Sebastian Watson, and he could not stay with it to make the play. Another error for the Docs. And this just feels like one of those games. Bases loaded.
Number 5, second baseman Stanley Shopping.
16-4. Our score as Stanley Shoppy will bat for a second time in the inning. Going to get a new runner out at first for the catcher. Courtesy runner. Heading to first base. That is Jason Knopfsinger. 1-0 pitch. In for a strike to Stanley Shoppy. In the dirt for Burke. 2 balls and a strike. So the Docs, I think, ready for a day off here, it feels like. The 2-1 pitch, high. Yep, high. 3-1 count. Umpire looked like he was about to signal strike 2, but did not. 3-1 pitch for Burke. Ground ball foul, third base side. Full count pitch coming up. And there's another run. Bases loaded, walk to Shoppy. Coming in to score is Jackson Bowie. And out to the mound goes Jake Whistler. He will take the baseball, and he will hand it immediately to Justin Jenks. So we get a call to the pin, brought to you by Chris Hubbard State Farm Insurance. 17-4 our score. We'll take a 60-second break and come back with the details on Justin Jenks on the mound here on 541radio.com and on the score. 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Deciding where to purchase your next vehicle is just as important as the vehicle itself. At Roseburg Honda, our seasoned staff is dedicated to matching you with the right car. From sales to service, our goal is to make sure all of your needs are met, and you leave our dealership feeling good every time you visit. No need to waste your valuable time driving up and down the freeway when the ultimate car buying experience is right here at home. Roseburg Honda. We treat you like family.
Hundreds of years before county boundaries were drawn, the Cow Creek Umpqua tribe lived on Southern Oregon lands. The Cow Creek were known then for their sense of community. They still are. Today, the success of their world-class casino resort and other Cow Creek businesses benefit our communities. The Cow Creek Foundation has given over $20 million to Southern Oregon charities. The Cow Creek Umpqua tribe, a Southern Oregon tribe and a giving people.
Justin Jenks will take over on the mound for the Doc Stewarts. The righty from South Umpqua High School will take over for Parker Burke. Burke in this ball game goes 3 2/3 innings in relief. Call to the pen brought to you by Chris Hubbard State Farm Insurance. Give him a call at 541-672-3301 or visit chrisinsurers.com for a quote today. Hayden Smith will be the first batter against the new pitcher. Justin Jenks. Jenks will make his first appearance on the mound for the Docs. Fires in, and it'll be a different batter at the plate. It is not Hayden Smith. Coming into bat is Casey Langdale. The 0-1 pitch outside. Bases are loaded with 2 down. The 1-1 pitch from Jenks, swung on and missed by Langdale for a 1-2 count. The 1-2 count. That ball out to center field, running back. Carson Dunn is there for the catch. That'll get us out of things here in the 5th inning, but we had 6 runs come in for the Barbers, and they lead big at 17-4. We'll come back with the bottom of the 5th as the Docs trail by 13 on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
I don't think you realize how much energy you've lost until you start the hormone replacement process.
Our energy really started to wane. We were both gaining weight. My sleep pattern got really messed up.
One Peak Medical changed our lives individually and as a couple.
We're just a lot happier because we feel better. We're not tired and run down, and it just makes our lives easier and happier.
Hormone balancing can help with fatigue, anxiety, pain, and much more. Call or book online today at onepeakmedical.com.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
We get another call to the pen brought to you by Chris Hubbard, State Farm Insurance. The Post 6 Barbers will have Kevin Leeds on the mound as they look to get 3 outs and wrap this one up. Sean Murphy still behind the plate for the Barbers. He will face Jace Johnson, Evan Corbin, and Dominic Tourn are the 3 batters due up, but that is not what we're going to get. It'll be Parker Burke that'll lead things off for the Docs here today. In the bottom of the 5th, Docs trailing 17-4.
Number 15, Parker Burke. Gunnar Gustafson, number 6.
Go ahead and get an illegal ID. Let's go ahead and do it right now. Legal ID as we pause 10 seconds. This is Docs Baseball on the Score.
Go Leeds.
Burke will stand in. First pitch from the righty, Leeds. Swing and a miss for strike 1. It looks like, let's see here, 17 runs on 15 hits. 1 error for the Barbers. Doc Stewart's 4 runs right now on 5 hits, 6 errors in this ball game. Your Garrettson Building Supply scoreboard update there. Swing and a miss again by Burke. 1-2 count. Shop local. Shop Garrettson Building Supply for all of your home improvement and outdoor living needs. Garrettson Building Supply supporting our Douglas County community for 99 years. 1-2 count to Burke. Pops one out towards right field. Not very deep. Coming in. The right fielder makes the catch. 1 away. Out in right field, that is still Tyler Christensen out there. 1 out, Evan Corbin will bat.
The first baseman, number 12, Evan Corbin.
Corbin is 1 for 2 in the game. As far as I understand, Docs would need 4 runs to stay in this ball game. Trailing by 13. First pitch swung on and missed for strike 1 for Corbin. Outside by Leeds, a 1-1 count. Stick around if this is the conclusion of our ball game, as it looks like that could be the case. We'll have our post-game show where we will name our Mountain Mike's Pizza player of the game today. The 1-1, Corbin does go around for a strike. The umpire at home says That is a swing and a miss. The lefty Dominic Tourn waits on deck. The 1-2. Corbin takes outside to even up the count. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in for today's broadcast online. You're watching Doc Stewart's Baseball at 541radio.com, presented by the Cow Creek Tribe. Pop fly for Corbin, goes right side. Once again, it's Christensen out there. He makes the catch for the second out.
One more.
Dominic Tourn will bat 0 for 1 today with a walk and a fly ball out to left field. Tourn from Leeds works out of the stretch with nobody on. He'll get the strike on the outside corner to the lefty Dominic Tourn. Ever Lamb will get a second at bat if Dominic Tourn finds a way on. The 0-1 pitch swung on and missed.
Go, Leeds.
0-2 count for Kevin Leeds against Dominic Tourn. Dom fouls it off to stay alive. And he startles a couple of young girls in the stands down to my left. Into the net, they thought it was coming right for him. The 0-2 pitch. Dom fouls that one a little further down the line into the bullpen for the Barbers down the left field side. Even the most savvy baseball fan will get startled by a foul ball into the net from one time to time. 0-2 pitch here for Dominic Tourn. Kevin Leeds trying to close it out, and there it is. Strike 3 called. Dom goes down looking. A 1-2-3 inning for Kevin Leeds, and that'll wrap up the ball game. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. Final score 17-4. We'll come back with a quick postgame show here from Sweet Johnson Stadium on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Years before county boundaries were drawn, the Cow Creek Umpqua tribe lived on Southern Oregon lands. The Cow Creek were known then for their sense of community. They still are. Today, the success of their world-class casino resort and other Cow Creek businesses benefit our communities. The Cow Creek Foundation has given over $20 million to Southern Oregon charities. The Cow Creek Umpqua tribe, a Southern Oregon tribe and a giving people.
Deciding where to purchase your next vehicle is just as important as the vehicle itself. At Roseburg Honda, our seasoned staff is dedicated to matching you with the right car. From sales to service, our goal is to make sure all of your needs are met, and you leave our dealership feeling good every time you visit. No need to waste your valuable time driving up and down the freeway when the ultimate car buying experience is right here at home. Roseburg Honda. We treat you like family.
Get ready to satisfy your dessert cravings with Mountain Mike's new mini churros. These delicious bite-sized churros are the perfect dessert to pair with your favorite Mountain Mike's pizza. Made with only the freshest and finest ingredients. Dough made fresh daily with 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese and toppings to the edge. For limited time only, get 16 mini churros for the whole family for only $4.99. Don't wait. Order yours today for dine-in, carry-out, or delivery.
Working from a hot tin shed, Paul W. Klipsch, genius and maverick, designed and hand-built his first commercial loudspeaker with the intention of bringing live music right into your living room. Today, we still make them like we used to. By hand, with passion, with pride. Klipsch Heritage Loudspeakers.
Give Klipsch Heritage speakers a listen at Good Vibrations, top of the hill, Northeast Stevens in Roseburg.
Remember the good old days? When you didn't have to make an appointment or wait in line for an hour just to talk to your teller. When businesses were local and gave back to the community. At Cascade Community Credit Union, there are some things will never change. We're the only credit union or bank headquartered in Douglas County, and making our members a priority has always been our priority. For easy and simplified banking, visit CCCU. No appointment, just come on in.
I don't think you realize how much energy you've lost until you start the hormone replacement process.
Our energy really started to wane. We were both gaining weight. My sleep pattern got really messed up.
One Peak Medical changed our lives individually and as a couple.
We're just a lot happier because we feel better. We're not tired and run down, and it just makes our lives easier and happier.
Hormone balancing can help with fatigue, anxiety, pain, and much more. Call or book online today at onepeakmedical.com.
Back here for our post-game show as your Roseburg Dr. Stewart's fall in the title game. Third time this season that has been the case, unfortunately. As the Doc Stewart's fall in this one, 17-4 your final score. Doc Stewart's a tough game kind of all around. Pitching, hitting, defense, nothing really went quite their way. Final numbers as we look at your final Garrettson Building Supply scoreboard update. Post 6 Barbers, 17 runs, 15 hits, 1 error. The Doc Stewarts had 4 runs on 5 hits, 6 errors in the ball game. The Barbers scored 4 in the first inning off of Jordan White, added 7 in the third, and then against White as well, and then 6 in the fifth against Parker Burke. The Docs got 3 runs in the second against starter Riley Harbaugh. Looked like maybe they were going to come back in this one. We're down by 1 at that point, but then the 7 runs by the Barbers just really put it away. Then 1 run in the bottom of the fourth for the Docs was all they could muster in the comeback attempt. So the final numbers again, 17 runs on 15 hits, 1 error for the Barbers. They left 8 men on base. Roseburg 4 runs on 5 hits, 6 errors in this one, left 4 men on base. Getting the win is Riley Harbaugh. Taking the loss will be Jordan White. We'll come back after a 2-minute timeout, take a look at the numbers, and wrap it up for you here from Eugene on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
My name's Chris. 2016, I got lymphoma stage 3 cancer and went through radiation for 6 months. I was exhausted all the time, and that's when I found One Peak Medical. My family life got better because I was more attentive and more energy. Because of One Peak Medical, I'm back doing everything I love to do.
Hormone balancing can help with fatigue, anxiety, pain, and much more. Call or book online today at onepeakmedical.com.
Deciding where to purchase your next vehicle is just as important as the vehicle itself. At Roseburg Honda, our seasoned staff is dedicated to matching you with the right car. From sales to service, our goal is to make sure all of your needs are met, and you leave our dealership feeling good every time you visit. No need to waste your valuable time driving up and down the freeway when the ultimate car buying experience is right here at home. Roseburg Honda. We treat you like family.
Get ready to satisfy your dessert cravings with Mountain Mike's new mini churros. These delicious bite-sized churros are the perfect dessert to pair with your favorite Mountain Mike's pizza, made with only the freshest and finest ingredients, dough made fresh daily with 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese, and toppings to the edge. For limited time only, get 16 mini churros for the whole family for only $4.99. Don't wait. Order yours today for dine-in, carry-out, or delivery.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
We wrap up the Papa's Pizza tournament here in Eugene as the Doc Stewarts will fall to the Post 6 Barbers, who will take the tournament title, and your Doc Stewarts will finish as runner-ups here today. A couple of awards handed out for most outstanding hitter, pitcher, and overall most outstanding player. We'll tell you more about that here in just a second. Taking a look at some of the numbers, Jordan White takes a loss. He pitched 2 innings, gave up 8 hits for 11 runs, 2 walks, and no strikeouts, 1 hit batter. Parker Burke and Justin Jenks helped close out the game, but the numbers not necessarily pretty. Justin Jenks faces 1 batter, does get the out, so not bad for him, but he was only in there for 1 man. Riley Harbaugh gets the win, 3 1/3 innings, gave up 4 runs on 5 hits, 3 walks, and 3 strikeouts. Connor Werner and Kevin Leeds closed out the game for the Barbers. 15 hits in this ball game for the Barbers. Some of the highlights: Andy Miller had a couple of hits in this game. Sean Murphy also a single and a double. Stanley Shoppy had a double, a single, a hit by pitch, and walked. He finished with 2 RBI. Hayden Smith a double and a single. Tyler Christensen had 2 hits and 2 walks. He was on base all 4 times. Cooper Smith had 3 hits in the game, drove in 4. He had a 2-run homer, a double, and a single. Let's see here. Joe Brockmiller had a hit. Jonah Hergert had a hit, and that'll do it for the Barbers. On the other side, only 5 hits for the Docs. Cade Johnson was 2 for 3 with a double and a triple. He drove in 1. Also, Evan Corbin had a single, 1 for 3. Knox Hubbard was 1 for 1 in the game with a single and a walk, and Carson Dunn was 1 for 1 with a double, with an RBI, as well as a walk and a run scored. So that's a look at how this one played out here today. Not the prettiest game, and one that the Docs will hopefully flush over the next 2 days that they have off and get ready for the start of Area 4 play coming up on Wednesday against the vaunted Medford Mustangs down in Medford. That'll be a noon start time for that doubleheader down in Medford coming up on Wednesday at Lithia and Driveway Fields. All right, wrapping it up here. It's time now to name our Mountain Mike's Pizza player of the game. It's going to be Cade Johnson today with his 2 hits at the plate. Another nice hitting day for him, and in fact, a great tournament at the plate for Cade Johnson, who is named your most outstanding hitter for the Papa's Pizza tournament. Congratulations, Cade Johnson, our Mountain Mike's Pizza player of the game, as well as the most outstanding hitter here in the tourney. All right, folks, that's going to wrap it up for us here from Eugene, where the Doc Stewarts fall against the Post 6 Barbers in the championship game to finish out 4-2 in the tournament. Sorry, I think make it 5-2 here in the tourney for the Docs. But they will finish things out there. Now turn the page for Medford coming up on Wednesday. Again, a doubleheader in Medford at Lithia and Driveway Fields number 9. Doc Stewarts will play a doubleheader against the Mustangs. Game 1 starts at noon on Wednesday, and we'll have both of those games for you. You can find them streaming online and as well right here on the radio. Want to say thanks to the Emerald Challengers for hosting this Papa's Pizza Invitational. A lot of fun here. Thanks to the Post 6 Barbers for another ball game. I'd like to say it was a good one, but it was good for one side. We will say thanks to everybody here that hosted this tournament, from our good friend Bill Crawford in the booth to all the folks with the Emerald Challengers that help run a lot of the baseball stuff, to even the folks from Willamette's soccer team, was it, down in the concession stand, the girls soccer team. They did a great job down there. I got a couple of bites to eat from them throughout this tourney, and that was always good stuff down there. So, well-run tournament, a lot of fun. It was great to be up here. Want to say thanks to Brenton Cranford for the long day of work back on the radio side of production, and as always, a thanks to you, the fan, for tuning in for today's broadcast, because without you, I'm just a guy sitting here talking to myself. I'm Joey Kieran. We'll catch up with you guys on Wednesday when the Docs take on the Medford Mustangs. Game 1 starts at noon, first pitch, and we'll have pregame coverage starting at 11:45. Watch it streaming live online at 541radio.com, presented by the Cow Creek Tribe, or catch the action right here on Douglas County's home for sports, The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM. Thank you, Brenton. I appreciate it, man.